The thought of an over-the-top, fantastic, arcade-style Final Fantasy fishing game sounded more than a little exciting. So it's surprising that Monster of the Deep only flirts with the Final Fantasy 15 license, never taking full advantage of its world, its magic, or its weapons, and instead delivers a much tamer outing than expected, but one still very much worth taking. Right away, the graphics on the PlayStation 4 Pro impress, with sharp, well-textured environments, making the extremely blurry standard PlayStation 4 version look disappointing by comparison. In a year of covering PlayStation VR games, this is the biggest difference I've seen between the two consoles, Skyrim included. But don't let that deter you. On either platform, the scenery is lush and varied, with Final Fantasy creatures found at every turn. Each of the handful of locations are diverse, featuring scattered collectibles as a reward for exploration. The immersion is slightly hampered by needless teleportation and click turning for movement. Luckily, the DualShock 4 and dual move controllers are both supported, giving this game the edge over Fishing Master in the gameplay department. Casting takes some time to get used to, and getting the line to drop exactly where you want it might require more luck than skill, but overall, everything feels pretty good here.
None of my friends get the art of fishing, so I'm kinda on my own, but you're welcome to join me.
If you're a Final Fantasy 15 fan, you might love seeing your favorite characters in VR. But for the rest of us, the inclusion of Noctis in the gang feels totally shoehorned and ultimately awkward. They serve no purpose whatsoever, and the entire 2-hour story campaign feels like an afterthought. Even more strange is when Cindy shows up to the cabin randomly to fix your car. You have to let her in. She says the exact same thing every single time, and you can't engage her in conversation. So other than the obvious window dressing, what's the point? Boss battles add to the strangeness by automatically swapping out your fishing rod for a crossbow, and the whole game suddenly turns into a wave shooter minigame, and a fairly unimpressive one at that. That said, the story mode isn't the real focus here. There are tournaments that feature competitive online leaderboards if you want to see how your skills stack up, but going on hunts is where I spent a majority of my time. Here, you'll be sent to a specific location to catch a specific fish. There are recommended lures for each hunt, so making sure you have what you need before leaving the cabin is crucial. In fact, that's pretty much the whole game. Go on a hunt, catch the right fish, gain XP, and repeat. It's actually a really fun gameplay loop that's weighed down considerably by some inordinately long loading screens. In the end, I would have loved if the developers had taken a few more risks, pushed the boundaries of the genre, and included some Final Fantasy-infused weapons or magic to make Monster of the Deep a fishing game to remember. But personally, I will remember Monster of the Deep as an addictive VR experiment that has already sucked up more than 10 hours of my life, and I can't wait to go back for more. Money well spent, despite a few flaws.